Hey everybody, Adam from Team Swish here, and we're back with some more Legacy. So today, a couple of people have requested this, and I was not about to say no, because I kind of love this deck. This is Legacy Curses. Specifically, this is a list created by Repo Cheap, the player that we played against in a previous league on Spirits. Repo Cheap has been doing a lot of work on this archetype, so I figured if we were going to play some curses, we should take some notes from the master. So, today, this is the curses list we're playing. This isn't Urza's Saga curses list, so we do have a Retrofitter Foundry main, there's a Pithy Needle hanging out over here in the sideboard. Honestly, I think that realistically this saga is here for a beatdown plan, but that's cool. 4 Chalice of the Void, 4 Chrome Mox, 4 Dark Ritual, 4 Sudden Edict, 4 Hagra Mauling. It's a 4 mana instant, 2 black, cost 1 less to cast when opponent controls no basics, destroy target creature. 4 Karn the Great Creator, 4 Leyline in the Void, 4 Curse of Misfortunes. So Curse of Misfortunes, at the beginning of each upkeep, beginning of each one of your upkeeps, you search your library for a curse, put it into play, attach it to the player of your choice. The curses we are playing are Overwhelming Splendor. So this says that the enchanted player, every creature they control loses all abilities and have base power and toughness 1/1, and they can't activate the loyalty abilities of planeswalkers. Then we have Curse of Death's Hold, which says all creatures get -1/-1. The two of these together says that our opponent never gets to have creatures. Then we have Curse of Fool's Wisdom. When our opponent casts a spell, they drain for 2. And then Cruel Reality. Beginning of each one of our opponent's upkeeps, they sacrifice a creature or a planeswalker or take 5. So, the situation here is that usually, in most kind of like fair or mid-range matchups, you put your Curse of Misfortunes into play. First you get Overwhelming Splendor, then you get Curse of Death's Hold, keep all their creatures off the board forever, and then get Cruel Reality, at which point they start taking damage every turn because they don't have anything in play to sack. In the sideboard, we have some Plague Engineers for some of their creature matchups. Opposition Agents, these are going to be coming against things like Combo, kind of the slower, dirtily control decks. Sphere of Annihilation, so this one I haven't actually even... Enters the battlefield with X Void counters on it. Exile it and all creatures and planeswalkers with mana value equal to... Okay, so it's a board wipe. Fair enough. Torpor Orb for Doomsday. Liquid Metal Coating as a Karn target. Vault of Whispers, notably, also as a Karn target. Helm of Obedience, which, with these ley lines, is a win condition. Ensnaring Bridge to stop aggression. And Mycosynth Lattice as our final Karn target to win the game. So, to answer your question, I think that there were versions of this early on that played for Trinisphere, if I remember correctly. But it was one of those things that... when you start putting 4 of them in a deck, eventually you just start seeing too many Trinispheres. And there were cuts that had to be made to fit Retrofitter Foundry, to fit some of the other stuff. And... like, do you realistically want a 4th Trinisphere in your sideboard as a Karn target? Probably not. Like, if it's not worth playing main, is it worth playing at all? We have other tools that we can use against combo. Needle has text. Coding has text. Torpor Orb has text. We can just try to kill our opponents. Opposition Agent is another way that we can fight against combo. Nerd confirmed. It says so in the stream description. So, that's kind of where we're at today. So, without any further ado, let's kick this pig. So, right away today. That's snappy. And we win the die roll. Let's go. So, we can put a leyline into play. We can... So, I think this is reasonable, because then we actually just, draw Soul... We put this Sudden Edict under it. And then if we draw Soul Land with the Hagra Mulling, we actually just, like, have Curse of Misfortunes on turn 3. Yeah, I think I'm okay with this. This leyline is going to mean that if our opponent is on some sort of, like, blue-red whatever pile, that's just off the table. We're going to put this into play, cast this Chromox. Yeah, we're going to exile the sudden. Nope, cancel. I'm waiting for you to do the thing. Exile the Sudden Edict. Cast Chalice on 1. Cool. No. Alright. Polluted Delta, go. Ah, yes. Immediately punished for not exiling the Curse of Misfortunes under the Chrome Mox, but never could have really known. Yeah, not a bad turn 1. Leyline into Chalice on 1. I said, if we draw Soul Land, we just have Curse of Misfortunes. So all of this feels pretty nice. Cool. So let's see. Our opponent played Polluted Delta and passed. We had a leyline in play. And so stands to reason opponent is either Storm or opponent is Doomsday. At which point we have very little info, correct? So Andrew, this is we're established now. This is known metagame quantity legacy curses. And for sure correct, we don't have a lot of information, but based on the hate pieces that we had in play, the land our opponent played, and the fact that our opponent was willing to concede at that point, we can make some assumptions, right? They're a combo deck of some nature. Like, we have to decide what was actually important. It's possible. I could also just see cutting the Sudden Edicts, and then we could play, like, Opposition Agents. Question mark? I think I'm just going to cut 2 Sudden Edicts for 2 Opposition Agents, because it feels very safe to do. Yep. Yeah, so, Andrew, they could be Doomsday, they could be Storm. Whatever they are, I don't think... Like, it could feasibly be Reanimator. But yeah, I don't think that we need all these edicts. I think that we have... You know, we have Hagra Mulling if we need it, and we also, like... I think Opposition Agent's just going to be better overall. So we're going to wax a bit like that. What do we got? We have Leyline. We have turn 1 Trinisphere. Yeah, this seems like the kind of hand we want. So both are yeah, exactly, Fish. Travis, both of those decks are reasonably popular right now. The Epic Storm and Doomsday are both like pretty common. If I had if our opponent was on the Epic Storm, we had Chalice on 1. Yeah, we're gonna put this in play. It just stands to reason. Tarn, okay. Sure. Yup. Alright. So, we have Karn. That's good. I don't know if this Curse of Death's Hold is actually good, but we can find out. Ancient Doom. Chromox. Junk the Sudden Edict. Like, it's unfortunate that this curse is in our hand, but, like... it's still very castable. Yeah, so I would put Curse under if we absolutely knew that it was bad. But we don't. And we still don't. Alright, well, we're just going to jam this card and see what happens. Alright. What are we doing? I kind of want to wish. I don't know what I want to wish for. I mean, if we draw a land, we just Helm kill them. Maybe that's the correct line? So we're gonna grab Helm. Oh, we just have the kill. No, there's a Helm in the sideboard. I was supposed to wish for the land there. Because if I wish for the land, they can't Thoughtseize it away. Then I tick down again, wish for Helm, and they just die. Alright, cool. Down. Oh. Yeah, I mean, the sequencing is important, though, and it's worth making a note of. Helm? That cool? Deal. Alright. So, nice and easy game one. Literally never figured out, or match one, never had a clue what our opponent was on. So, that's pretty great. Correct, Fish. Suckless sequencing is absolutely the line. Yeah, so, Andrew, that was there was a debate for coding, but our opponent wasn't actually doing anything. And if our opponent was on a Force of Will deck, we knew for a fact they were shut off of it when they didn't play third land. And that's exactly why we were supposed to get the land first. They can't Thoughtseize it if they're a Thoughtseize deck, and if they're a Force of Will deck, we get more information to see if we're supposed to be looking for, if we're supposed to try to go for Helm or not. So, but, yep. So, nice quick one match. But, yeah, that's kind of the benefit of playing Curses is that you have enough nonsense in your deck that sometimes you're just gonna win game ones by existing. You're just like, oh, well, drew the leyline. Here you go. Cool. Oh, you were, dredge or spells or whatever. Neat. Cool. Good game. Glad we came. Fun talk. Correct, Fish. And yes. But we also just, had 2 goldfishes in a row. Our opponent literally didn't do anything either game. Game 1, we went Leyline into Chalice. I'm correct. They technically played Magic. They put lands into play. But, yeah, game 1, we had Leyline, played Chalice, and we were setting up for all we need to do is draw Soul Land for Curse of Misfortunes, and they conceded before we even did that. And then game 2, we had Leyline into turn 1 Trinisphere, into Karn, and then a Lattice kill. Or, a Helm kill. We were pretty close to a Lattice kill, too, but that's a whole nother bag. Thank you, everybody, for coming out today, by the way. It's a weird stream time for me. I ended up off today when I normally wouldn't have been, and I had some evening plans, so I figured out that after running some errands this morning, I would just kind of fire off a nice afternoon stream. So, hooray, here we are. If you notice the bar underneath my photo there, I am currently attempting to make the push to make affiliate. I am currently 14 followers away from affiliate. So, if you have yet to follow the channel, please do. It would be greatly appreciated. Reach affiliate, we start playing around with cool emotes and stuff like that. I have a local artist who has already voiced interest in making some cool emotes for me, so I'm very excited for that. Plus, just like more ability to interact with you and offer you all neat things for being here. So that's cool. So again, if you have not yet followed, please do. For anybody who has been wanting to catch the stream and has not been able to, or if you're watching this somehow on YouTube or whatever, all of my videos get uploaded to the Swish Gaming YouTube. We'll see, Andrew. The Swish Gaming YouTube unfortunately does not have a nice convenient link at this time. But if one of the members of chat, Cough Cough the Ginger Brute, would be so kind as to drop the Swish Gaming YouTube link into chat, you can find all of the leagues that I have played there, and all future VODs will go live there. Usually about 5 o'clock in the evening, and it's usually a day or two after I play the stream, just to make sure that I have time for editing and whatnot. We won the die roll again. Leyline into do nothing. Cool. I think we have to mulligan that. Leyline into Chalice? Yeah. And then we ship this Field of Ruin. Jeremy, that also works. Thank you. Yeah, we're going to keep this one. I'm going to ship this Field of Ruin because we don't know if it does anything. We're going to flop this Leyline into play. We're going to try to play a turn 1 Chalice. Alright. This, Chromox. Sick. They just completely F6'd. Cool. Oh, Eldrazi. Yikes. Yikes. Help, I need an adult. Okay. Your Thought Knot has no power here. This is just a Dark Ritual I couldn't cast anyway. Gets punished by drawing Chromox. Okay. Well, we need a couple more mana for that one. So I guess we're going to take some Thought Knot beats. Cool. Yeah, correct. Nice Chalice doing nothing. We don't know if this Chalice has actual 0 text yet or not. If opponent is Eldrazi post, this Chalice could do things. Oh, please, yikes. That sucks. Okay. This does actual nothing. I don't think that there's any reason to even think about casting that. So, Fish, the Eldrazi post decks now play all of the regular Eldrazi lands, just plus post. They have evolved. Andrew, we can assuredly talk about some painter streams. Yeah. Fish is nuts. But Andrew, we will definitely do a painter stream. I think that Tezzeret list I sent you a while back looks pretty gas. How do we get out of this, right? How do we land into Hagramoling, which is not too slow. I think we're dead. Yep. I think you are correct. I think we have just died. Yep, Edict does a thing. So I'm kind of waiting to see what opponent does here. Yeah, because so Edict does the thing. And we haven't exiled one yet. Also, Edict into Hagramoling, which we still have multiple copies of. Okay, opponent has done nothing. Gross. That's it. That's the last card we wanted in our hand. So still don't really know if these chalices are bad, but it feels like it, so I'm getting them out. I'm gonna take these Sphere of Annihilations. Probably not the Sphere of Annihilations, probably just the 4 Plague Engineers. Because Engineer means that we can at least try to play a game against Eldrazi. Fool's Wisdom can probably go. There's like no feasible way we ever want to tutor for that. Yeah, Turnisphere can also probably come out. So I guess we can board in 3 cards. Probably take the 2 Sphere of Annihilation. Opposition Agent doesn't really do anything, but neither does Curse of Fool's Wisdom. You can just take the bodies. His Opposition Agent will, like, eventually, technically, shut off Eye of Ugin, if that's a world we get to. Could board in Needle, but I think... Oh, yeah, no. We board in Needle for sure. I think Needle is better than probably one of these Sphere of Annihilations. That Sphere of Annihilation seems very slow. I would love to play first. Huh. So... This... Yeah, I thought about that, Fish. I think this is actually reasonable, because we can just turn one, Ritual out an Engineer, and then play Saga, hold up Edict. This looks fine. It's, like, a touch slow, but, like, not unreasonable. There's not a quick kill here, but also, like, they're going to kill more quickly than we are, like, the vast majority of the time. And I want to fire off this Ritual before their Chalice comes down, and we don't get to. This also shuts off Mimics, which is a very real thing. So they are post. So this is what I was talking about, Fish. So, like, here's the Grim Monolith. Opponent is 100% confirmed on Eldrazi post. I think I have to play one of these tap lands now. No, I can just play Saga. It's fine. I don't want to always yield to that. I want to be able to respond to Urza Saga's abilities. Mainly the last one. Oh, it's very plausible. Okay. That's a smasher, sure. Okay. Good talk. Glad we came. And I think I'm actually supposed to get rid of one of these Hagra Maulings. Because... I think that the ability to eventually cash into... Yeah, right? I think we're supposed to cash one in because Curse of Misfortunes is still so good. I don't care at all about Reshaper. Yep. Alright. What is... I mean, this is getting the needle. What is the needle getting? Ivugan? Oh, and we drew Leyline? That's rad. Okay. I'm gonna take... I could get Retrofitter. Just gives me, like, some chump blockers and idiots. which is fine. Could also get a Chrome Mox. Chrome Mox away this ley line. I don't hate that. I don't actually hate... That works like that, right? I don't just hate getting a Chrome Mox here. Nah, you just make idiots this turn. No, you make idiots next turn. 1, 2, 3. I think I'm kind of getting a Chrome Mox here. Gonna exile this ley line. And then... Crunch. I don't think I need to send that one. Yeah, so the logic there being that this... Now I think I'm actually just casting this Haggard Mauling. Yeah. I think I'm just putting this Haggard Mauling into play as a land. Because what this does now is if we draw Curse of Misfortunes, we just have it. And we have more pressure than they do right now. Yeah, okay. Like that becoming an Ancient Tomb is like actually okay for us. Yeah, right. Yeah, I had to think about it for a second. I was like, do I just try to push the damage? But the answer is no. We don't just try to push the damage. That's a Ballista on 2, which is going to get rid of the Engineer. There's something I'm inherently okay with. I think we forced the issue. Oh, that's very good. That's much better than I realized it was. Die? Yeah. Good talk. Cool. Yeah. Exactly. I forgot how good the split second there was for a second. I was like, oh, okay, so like we forced the... No, we don't force the issue. We just killed them. That's pretty rad. Glad we did that. Alright, anything else? Like, Torpor Orb shuts off Thought Knots here, which is kind of cute, but I don't think it's necessarily good. Is there anything... No, I think that all of this is fine. I think this is the configuration that I like. We just want quick hands. Yeah, run it back indeed. Alright. So... Eldrazi feels like, of any caliber, whether it be post or otherwise, feels on paper like a matchup that would be bad, but that didn't feel very bad. Like, game 1 kind of sucks, because both of us have, like, at least we have cards in our deck that are just bad. Chalice. Trinisphere is not unreasonable, because of their, like, Grim Monolith and affiliated garbage, but... Yeah, so, Fish, this is less that way because they have the post package and because they can just, like, Eye of Ugin tutor up, like, a big dumb thing. But it's, yeah, they're still they're quite linear. Okay. This is a turn 2 Karn. This is just turn 2 Karn the Great Creator. What, get Bridge? That doesn't... I don't hate that. Yeah, like, I don't hate this at all. I'm gonna try it. I don't know that it's correct, but I'm gonna try it. Because if we just get Bridge, and, like, I don't think that they can feasibly beat it in a reasonable amount of time. And the Karn existing in play also means they're, like, it shuts off their Walking Ballista. Alright. Okay. So... what's the line here? Probably Ancient Tomb? Gotta be Ancient Tomb. Could also be Saga. Because what Saga's going to let us do is if they thought not the Karn this... Yeah, I'm going to play Saga, because if they thought not the Karn this turn, then we have a backup plan in just, like, making stuff. Yeah, it's Saga go. It feels really strange, because, like, we don't actually... Our plan is to not use the Saga basically at all. Yeah? Okay. I accept. They made it a 1-1. If your plan was Warping Whale, make 1-1, use 1-1 to increase clock, I don't know that that's worth 2 life. Okay. Is this the Thought Knot that I was... Oh, this is 5. This is Smasher. That kind of sucks. Okay. Okay. So now if we play Karn, we have to tick up, and then we don't get to tutor. I think it's actively better to just play Ancient Tomb and make an idiot. Because then the following turn we can ritual out a Karn, have 2 mana? Yikes. It's like close, but not quite. Yeah. Edict is kind of where we're... The path we're headed for here. Well, no, I'm not even thinking about blocking necessarily, Fish. It's like, playing this Karn just doesn't do anything meaningful. It doesn't get us anywhere that we want to be. Yeah. It's not great. Okay, this is a Vasuva. Yep, copy Saga. Kind of figured that was coming. Not gonna lie. Monolith. Now there's more value to playing the Karn. Okay. So this is a 1-1. I think we're getting Retrofitter Foundry. I think that that's the best line. This on the stack. Two 2s. Get Foundry. We can play... is it City? I can't decide if the line here is to play City of Traders, and City gets us our thing, but we lose it, or if the line here is to play a Black Source and Ritual our thing. It's one or the other. Because then we can just, like, trade off stuff. Yeah, I think it's just City of Traders, strangely enough. And then I'm just going to pass. Right. So I thought about that too, right? But like... Sure. But again, there's also their Saga we have to think about, which is a very real thing. Like, their Saga is also going to start making things, and their Saga making things also involves the fact that they have this Grim Monolith. Yup. So, because the thing is that this makes a 1-1, and then that 1-1 becomes a 4-4. So we just have this, like, weird string of garbage. Okay. Sure. Yep. Make a servo. Okay. That seems like gas. That seems like very, very, very strong. Yeah, yeah. I think that we've figured the game out right now. So the line here is Foundry makes servo a 4/4. We're gonna play Urborg. And I want Urborg specifically because it's gonna make we don't have to tap this ancient tomb for mana that hurts us. Yep. Oh, I have to make it into a thing first. Uh-oh. I guess I can't make enough mana to do all of this. So I'm just going to make a 1/1 here. I can't make the 4/4 that I want to make. So I'm going to play this Urborg. And this is where I like the Dark Ritual. Correct. Another servo. We're going to name Eldrazi. And then we've got this pretty well locked up. There's this Karn in our hand. Nope. You got a thing. Your thing is worse than my things. Okay. Cool. What do we got? Okay. So, like, Karn plus on one of their constructs just kills it, right? I'm not crazy? One non-creature. Okay. Nope. It doesn't do what I want it to do at all. So, I can Saga? Oh, we can just take out this Cloud Post too. I don't hate taking out Cloud Post. If they get to their endgame, that's pretty scary for us. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking is Field of Ruining. Alright. Is it Cloud Post? Cloud Post currently only taps for... I think I want it to be Temple. Do this, get our basic. Our basic turns a servo into... Yeah, that's fine. You've untapped your monolith. Get a basic. I don't believe you have basics. I'm correct. Cool. I just pass, right? There's just no reason to do anything else. Yeah. Cool. Yep. What are you finding? Bridge. Okay. Yep. Okay. They found their bridge. Interesting. Play our saga. Play our Karn. What are we doing with our Karn? Probably... What's good here? Helm sucks. We're a little ways off lattice. We could grab coding, but we can't cast it until next turn. Oh, yeah, we can get the land. That's not unreasonable. Put us towards grabbing, yeah. Yep. Grab the land. Good call, Fish. Good call. Yep, the land. Land was definitely what we were looking for. We just have to help. They don't have the post for bridge. Correct, Andrew. The land can't be tapped, but the land does increase artifact counts for our constructs. Oh, I didn't. I kind of planned for that. Spyglass. You're gonna name Karn? That would be wild. Yeah, so that I was not necessarily worried about land for mana. Like we have mana for days. Oh, okay. Well, that got spooky all of a sudden. Okay. That's pretty gas. Don't hate that at all. That's just lattice, right? That's just lattice. Sick. Kind of like that a lot. And then they're going to sink cards in their hand. We have this servo that can attack their Karn. Yeah, I like this a lot. That's another reality, by the way, guys. We're just going to kill their Karn this turn with this servo. They can't do anything about it. Ritual. Oh, our Karn shut off. Forgot about that entirely. Yep. Sick. Sick. Good at magic. Very good at magic, everyone. We can't. Our Karn is shut off. I forgot that they spyglassed our Karn. I am just gonna cast this Chromox, though. No exile. Okay. Kill your Karn. Yep. Yeah, that's it. Well, and that's it exactly, because, so, like, we're gonna start getting Retrofitter Foundry to do Retrofitter Foundry things. Like, that's the line now. Is we kill their Karn, our Retrofitter Foundry is active. Yes, our constructs are large. Apparently opponent forgot. You are correct. Servo doesn't fly, but apparently opponent also forgot. So, good for us. Yeah, game has gotten excellent. Everybody making the tightest plays. You have a new Karn. I'm going to turn this into a flyer. Yeah? Just that, right? I don't think there's any reason to untap and then try to make it a 4/4. So I think we're just gonna leave it at 2 flyers. Okay. Make idiot. Tutor for needle. Needle Karn the Great Creator. Play a swamp. Send both these at Karn. So, like, this is the long, slow grind. Like, I could feasibly be attacking them, but I think that them having this... Well, they don't have a functional card anymore. Getting that Needle meant I was supposed to attack them for sure. Correct. Everybody here making real tight plays. I'm gonna make another Saga. No reason not to. I don't think they have a way to beat this Needle anyway, but... All of these attack you. There's no reason to cast other current. Yeah, this is definitely our punishment for round 1. Opponent did find a Glimmer Post, which means that their Cloud Post is now slightly scarier. I'm still not super concerned. That's an Endbringer. That is unfortunate. I don't really have an answer to that. Yeah, I'm watching. We're at 8 right now. It's fine. Alright. Oh, why did I skip through attacks? That's rad. Okay, well, rip. Good job, us. Not sure why I didn't get to attack there, but... Oh, because they didn't have cards. That's why. Cool. Yes. So, what are our outs now? That's our out. We found it. I don't think I'm doing anything here. I want all my mana for Curse of Misfortunes. So I'm just gonna float this for mana. I'm trying to hurry up, but... We found the Curse of Misfortunes. Nothing. I guess we can put it in the Chrome Mox just so that it's out of our deck. No. Enchant you. All of these for black. This one. This for black. I found the curse. What are you doing about it? This is how we win the game. In our upkeep, we get Overwhelming Splendor, which wipes all their Eldrazi instantly. That's fine. Always yield. Yeah, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Yes. Splendor. Land. Go. Yeah. So this is just it now. Like, we get Overwhelming Splendor, then Curse of Death's Hold next turn, and then Curse of Misfortune, or the Cruel Reality, the final turn. Please cast an Eldrazi. I would love for you to cast an Eldrazi to realize that it doesn't do anything. Yep. Yep. Death's Hold. We have backup plan. Sort of. All of these for green. Black, black. Okay. I mean, we let our opponent spend as much of their clock as they'd like to. Yep. Your smasher dies immediately. Good talk. Yes. Cruel Reality. No reason to play this Karn. 6. Opponent has lost the game. We don't have to do anything. We don't have to take game actions. They're just dead. When they finally, like, get... Nice. Good talk. Opponent has yet to figure out how Overwhelming Splendor Curse of Death's Hold works. No need. We have a Sudden Edict. Cool. Go. You've lost your Karn the Great Creator. Nope. We just literally don't have to do anything. I don't even like, I'm not gonna bother with making retrofitter tokens, like, it doesn't matter. Okay. No. So, this is where it gets kind of boring, and, like, if opponent has a string of Glimmer Posts, like, it's kind of frustrating, but, like, they're just dead. They're taking 5 a turn. Yeah, that... You don't get to make... Cool, good. It took opponent quite a while there to realize how Overwhelming Splendor and Curse of Death's Hold works. So, just to clarify for everybody, in case anybody in chat doesn't currently know, The way that this works is Overwhelming Splendor says all of your creatures are base power and toughness 1/1 with 0 abilities. So all of your stuff 1/1s. 1/1s. Curse of Death's Hold says all creatures your opponents control, all creatures enchanted player controls get -1/-1. So both of these things onto your opponent says they can't activate Planeswalker loyalty abilities. All of their creatures start as 1/1s and then die immediately because Death's Hold says that they don't have power or toughness. So then every turn, Cruel Reality says, okay, do you have a creature or Planeswalker you can sacrifice? No? Okay, cool. Please take 5. And that was why we didn't really need to take game actions there after that point. It didn't matter how low our clock was. We could just F6 through every turn, and the only things our opponent could present that would matter were like Karn. And even that doesn't really matter, it just buys them a turn. They could play a couple of Glimmer Posts, like that buys them a couple of turns, but we don't need to do anything. Cool. Neat. Alright, on to round 3. Again, thank you everybody so much for coming out today. I know this is a really weird time in the day to catch a Legacy stream, but I'm glad you're all here. So for anybody who is new to the stream and doesn't know who I am, hi, my name is Adam. I am a member of Swish Gaming from Grand Rapids, Michigan. My primary format of choice is Legacy, which is obviously what we're playing today. Today we're playing some Mono Black Curses. This is a recent 5.0 list from noted player Repocheap. This hand looks pretty sketchy. I think I have to mull this. This is also kind of sketchy, but I like it a little better. Yes, Mono Black, forever and always. Thank you for joining us, Quail. I think I'm shipping this Curse of Misfortunes and just keeping this. Start with this Leyline in play. Play Hagra Mauling into a Chalice of the Void on 1. Yeah, that's fine. You do you. Yeah, Boomer Magic. Quail is assuredly the Boomer. If ever, well, I mean, maybe Cam. Cam might be the only other Boomer. We go now? We go now. I'm gonna play this Swamp. Cast this. Is this fine? Cool. Exile Hagra Mauling. Play Chalice on 1. Next turn we get Karn. Is this fine? Force pitch. Okay, this is Doomsday. So this is 100% confirmed Doomsday. Quail, I don't know that that's true. Our opponent is 100% on Doomsday. I can tell because of Underground Sea and Deep Analysis. So, what do you got? We could just die here. Like, that's a very... Yep, Dark Ritual. This is Doomsday into Cantrip into Do the Thing. So, if opponent doesn't just kill us this turn, we can cast this Karn, wish for Torpor Orb, and then Karn can theoretically buy us a turn by shutting off things like Lotus Petal, which would allow us time to slam the Torpor Orb and hopefully close the game. For anybody in the chat currently claiming Boomer status or unaware of what's going on here, so this is Legacy Curses. If you would like to see a full deck list, you can type !deck into the chat, and the convenient Stream Decker bot will show you exactly what we're doing. That's a Lion's Eye Diamond, but you already brainstormed. Okay. Cycle, Crack. This is probably an Ideas Unbound. Yup. And then they have a Petal in the pile. Yup. And we're just dead. Cool. Good talk. You know how your deck works. I like it. Begin sideboarding. Edicts are bad. I want these opposition agents for sure. Other things that we can consider. So, we can board in the helm. Because our life gets so much better if we don't have to wish for it, and we can just, like, try it on the quick. We could consider boarding in the Torpor Orb, but I think the Torpor Orb is better to have in our sideboard. So I think I want to leave that where it's at. I'll board in this Leyline. I can probably cut Overwhelming Splendor and Curse of Death's Hold, because there is just not a feasible way in which, I guess, that's not entirely true. Our opponent could just try to, like, next level us and shut us out in other ways. What else do we want? I guess we can bring back in one Edict in case our opponent is bad and makes a pile incorrectly. Actually, we can just board in the Needle. The Needle is fine. Yes. Baelis, thank you for demonstrating. We won the die roll. We will play first. Yikes. This has to be a mulligan. This Chrome Mox literally doesn't do anything. Yikes. His hand is exceptionally slow. I think we have to do better. I think this is better. What are we doing? Okay. This involves a Chalice. We're going to put this Leyline into play. So I know we want Chalice. Ancient Tomb is fine. We're going to keep this. So, guess I'm going to get rid of City of Traders and Urborg. Alright. Put this Leyline into play. Chalice on 0. So the reality is that, like, there's a non-zero chance that the choke point is black mana. It is not uncommon in Doomsday that your choke point is, I need more black mana than I have access to, especially because these decks often play a Cavern Souls. So the reason why not keep Urborg is I don't want to give them free black mana. I'm gonna play Swamp and then say go. Yep. It's a pretty minimal thing, to be perfectly honest, but it's a minimal thing that we can play around at very little cost to us. Yeah. So, like, and there's the... Oh, yep, so this is... Our opponent is on... Yeah, Doomsday. Alright. Oh, yikes. Well done, Magic Online. Cool. Yep. That was unfortunate. Yup. Playing real tight. Forgot to click the mana. Magic Online's like, just cast it for 0, that's fine. That is a perfectly legal thing that you can do, never mind that you floated mana. Yep. My opponent now gets a Preordain. Yeah, that was pretty savage. Alright. We're just going to draw the other Chalice and it's going to be fine? Okay. Well, we're not, but... So, the reality is that this Chalice on 0 actually does a reasonable amount of work, because a lot of their best lines against us involve them like casting lotus petals and stuff like that to go off all in one turn. Yep. Also, as it sits right now, we're currently capable of, if we draw a Karn, okay. If we draw a Karn, we can Karn for Torpor Orb and do the whole thing around days. Instead, Urza Saga. Cat. Yikes. And, like, there's a very real chance that I just lose this game because of that Chalice punt. Not gonna lie. Yeah, Plan B Robo Boys confirmed. Which also would have been much better had we had a second Chalice in play. But, okay. Consider is fine. That card looks a lot worse in the face of Leyline of the Void. What have they exiled so far? A lot. Mostly cantrips. Yup. Ritual? Sure. Doomsday? Sure. It's where we just die to, like, cantrip into Cycle, Oracle. Yeah, so the thing is that this deck can actually play around, like, through and around a Chalice on 1, but the Chalice 0, Chalice 1 combination is, like, pretty awful for them. Because then they have to take a pile over several turns. So, it's yeah, kind of a big deal. But, yeah, so, like, realistically, I'm pretty sure we just lost this game to me not correctly clicking to pay mana for Chalice of the Void, which sucks. Oh, Doomsday is incredible now because of Thassa's Oracle. And that's true in both Legacy and Vintage. Whereas Doomsday had basically all but disappeared into the Void. That now Doomsday is a very viable deck again. Brainstorm. Yeah. Doomsday is now a very viable deck because Thassa's Oracle is just a 1-card win condition. Yup. Edge of Autumn. Yup. Cast Oracle. We would have had to punish too if we had Edict. Okay. Womp womp. Well, alright. Yeah, Ladman, very much too fragile. Ladman, very, very much too fragile. So, currently, sitting 2-1, lost to ourselves, which is great. That said, like, there are definitely piles. There are definitely ways that our opponent, like, comes back. Our draws after that Chalice mistake were pretty bad. No, so Fish, I talked about this on another stream, and it's like, I think too often, Magic players, especially ones in the public eye, like to blame variance or bad luck or blah 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 for their shortcomings. So when I make a mistake that is, like, very clearly obviously a mistake, I want to acknowledge it because I'm hoping that other players can watch my content and learn from my mistakes. And that gets that much easier. We're on the die roll again. That gets that much easier if I admit them. Okay. So, this is turn 1. Saga, Chromox Exiles, Curse of Misfortunes, play Retrofitter, Foundry, pass. Our Saga can never tutor anything meaningful. But, yeah, I mean, I guess. Alright. There's the Saga. Chromox. Exile Curse. Retrofitter Foundry. Sego. That's it. Like, this hand is just like gonna make some stuff. Diamond. Gross. Wish you wouldn't. Diamond. Yup. Oh, exactly, Andrew. Like, that's... Andrew, that's the point exactly. And, like, not only for my own sake. Yeah, Sphere's fun. Not only for my own sake, but also for the sake of others. Like, I want it to be known that, like, I made mistakes, right? Yes. This. So Ritual is still +1 mana here, but I don't think it matters, which is unfortunate. So we're just gonna pass. Yep. Yavimaya, sure. Make. Untap. Chromox this ritual? Chromox this ritual. That seems very good. 1, 2, 3. Your idiot's a 4/4. Sure. I'm going to attack. And this just feels 100% like a free thing to do. No, yeah, that's what I thought about. Is I had to stop and think for a second. I was like, is Needle in my main? No, Needle isn't a sideboard. Exactly, right? Yeah. Yeah, so that's the thing, is this one isn't playing the Needle main. It's in the side. This, where I'm going to respond to my opponent's Saga activation by activating this Retrofitter Foundry. Because if I don't, they can Needle my Foundry, and that would be bad. Yeah, so that's what I noticed, is like my opponent didn't activate. Oh, they have Shadow Spear. Okay. Okay. Trade both of these things. My thing is a 4/4. Play Chalice for 0, costing 1. Weird. Shadow Spear very good. That's another thing that saw a lot of Saga decks play. I think I'm just going to make this trade. I don't currently have a good way to beat them. I don't want to let them gain 7. Well, I guess they're going to gain 7 either way. Yeah, no. I'm going to trade this off. That just feels correct. So the problem, Curse can't win me the game in a hurry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Interesting. Now we just have Curse. Is just have Curse better than make idiots? Probably. You. All these for black, black, black. Yeah, like... So again, this is Splendor into... Death Soul into... This also... Sure. That just doesn't matter. I'm just gonna take 6. Always yield. Yes. Overwhelming Splendor. Ancient Tomb. So, feasibly our opponent is still playing some sort of like crop rotation type situation, right? So this Chalice on 1 like actually kind of matters. Oh, cool. They've decided they can't beat it. That's rad. I like it. Opposition agents in for the reasons I just mentioned. Fool's Wisdom out. Trinisphere is weird. Edict worth it for Merit Lage. But I don't know if we need all 4. But we do need an answer to that. Fool's Wisdom sucks because it's the likelihood that they're doing anything where that matters. Yeah, Needle in for sure. Thank you. Foundry I still want. Maybe I just cut Trinisphere and... Maybe I'm just cutting Trinisphere. Bring back Fool's Wisdom. I guess it's plausible they have Sylvan Library, and like this can just be pitch card for Chromox too if I need it to be. And I think that that's all better than the Trinispheres that are probably going to hurt me more than they're going to help me. I still like Chalice. Chalice 1 is way better for us than it is for them. So, I have to imagine they're playing crop rotations or something to like. Even still, like I don't think that Trinisphere matters because lands often just plays Trinisphere themselves. Has historically just played Trinisphere themselves. This is medium. Medium. So I'm gonna go Swamp, Needle a thing, Chalice on 0, go, untap, City of Traders, op agent them. I mean, this has all the stuff I kind of want to see, other than exactly Leyline. So, I think it's reasonable. Yavimaya, sure. That sucks. It's another very good reason to, well, we found our needle target, friends. Ah, sure, don't care about that. Okay. Oh, sorry, damn it. Yeah, I had this organized before I... Bear with me. I definitely had this organized differently than I do now when everything started. And then the league fired up. And of course, Magic Online being the high-quality program that it is, automatically resized the window. So... Yikes. There it went. There we go. Matt, that look better? So, yeah, the weird thing is the overlay is... It's all one solid piece. Chalice 0, Needle... Needle name port. Go. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to butcher the thing. This was... I have not been using an overlay, like, at all. Yikes. You're gonna show me the depths? Oh, you're gonna show me Saga. That's fine. Don't super care about that. Thorn, sure. Bad News Bears. The next thing I plan on casting is most assuredly a creature. But yes, I have not been using an overlay, and I wanted this stream to look a little cleaner. Not quite so raw and gross. So, no respect, kids. No respect. No respect. So, like I was saying, I'm also never playing the Star Depths, by the way. Just throwing that out there. I just want to take it out of my opponent's deck. Okay, so what's the deal here? How big is their thing? Their thing would be a 2/2? So we don't attack. Think I just want to pass. Strangely, well, kind of want to get the Saga going. The Saga's going to be kind of the thing that breaks this game wide open. Put this on the stack. Green. Cool. I want to move phases. Good? Good. Awesome. Because they're going to make an idiot. Yep. That's a ret. Make token. Make token. And then our Saga is just going to start. Game plan is for our Saga to... why, yes, I will play this Mox Diamond. Don't mind if I do. Okay, that's fine. What are we needling? Saga? That's fine. I don't mind. Yeah. Shadow Spear, sure. Yup. Straight up not blocking. Cool. The Leyline feels very good. Alright. Diamond. Right. Rip. Forgetting about my own cards, everybody. Let's go. That's the name of the stream tonight. I have this Chalice on 0. That's pretty cool. So we're going to take a hit from this construct that I surely shouldn't have. Because I have this Edict that I planned on casting. But I messed up pretty hard and tried to cast their diamond. So that's cool. Alright. Float this. I keep drawing all of my stupid curses too. Guess we're gonna grab Chrome Mox. Mox is gonna get rid of this Curse of Fool's Wisdom. Going to edict you? Yeah, we're gonna be fine. Like, our opponent's in a much worse spot than we are, like, by a lot. I haven't played a land yet. We're gonna play our Saga. I need to turn off auto yields again. Yeah, no, we're actually, like, really okay. It was just, again, me forgetting about all the cards in my deck. Okay. Stage becomes a copy of Saga. You remember that you have that card Pithing Needle, correct? Good. Good. Okay. That feels good. So, game plan right now is we can cast Leyline. Then Karn? Yeah, I agree. We just need to remember to not try to cast the thing. So, I am just going to cast this Leyline. I cannot cast this Leyline. I lied. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need another land. And me putting this depths into play right now is not a thing that's, like, viable in any stretch. Yep, we're just going to attack. I need to draw a mana source that isn't their Dark Depths. Cool. That's actively better. Float. Okay. Chrome Mox. Second Leyline. This. So, put our Leyline into play. Keep beating down. I mean, yeah, right? Like, that's... Yeah, Leyline did indeed cost 5. So that's kind of where we're at right now, is I need... Yup. I'm glad we both forgot about my Chalice and Zero. It makes me feel much better about this whole situation. Cool. I'm cool with him casting Chalice 1. Chalice 2 a thing that matters? Chalice 2 doesn't feel like a thing that matters. So we're just going to attack. Yeah, I'm also, like, kind of behind, which sucks. I need to really think about, like, my turns ahead of time. I think I just want to leave the diamonds in their deck. Do they have any way to... They do have Force of Vigors. Just going to leave the diamonds in their deck. They have a maze. That's unfortunate. Hi, Curse of Misfortunes. How are you? So, this all feels bad. I need to draw a land again. I'll just let you maze me. So if we draw... Okay. I mean, sure. Like, you've correctly identified that I'm hurting for mana, but I don't know that that's a beneficial situation for you. There's the Edict. The question... Okay, their stage is gone? I didn't even realize their stage was gone. Interesting. Right? Their stage is just gone. Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna play the steps then. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's the deal, right? In this turn cycle, I'm just holding up cursive, like, Edict. But I need to work towards putting, like, this card into play to get the Helm. That's kind of where we're at. So, they have 3 more stages in deck, I believe. Yeah. I have not snipped their deck. Yeah, I have the Edict. That's the only reason I'm comfortable doing it, is because they don't currently have a stage in play, and I have the Edict at the ready. So if I have the Edict at the ready, correct. Then if they copy, they basically just Stone Rain themselves. Not gonna bother. Forest, sure. Hey. Black. No, this is all fine because they literally cannot cast Crop Rotation. Yeah, opponent is a little salty that there's a land in exile, and I was like, yo, you cast a Crop Rod into that, friend. Yeah, I'm gonna tick down. Yup. Get home. Say go. Yeah. They had made a claim that they were going to file for comp. And I was like, heads up, like, I got the land with your Crop Rotation. This is where we sack Waterlogged Grove, draw a card. Pray that we draw a stage. Cool. Alright. And here is round 5. Alright. We won die rolls all over the place today, and it's great. Yikes. Hand has double Urborg, Curse of Misfortunes, Hagra Mauling, Retrofitter Foundry, and basically nothing else. The Leyline, of course, but, like, I think we can do better. This is a Turbo Karn hand. I think I'm gonna keep this and ship this Foundry. Like, the Foundry is the one card that I don't really think that I care about. Like, this hand has basically 0 disruption. Like, functional 0. But it has turn 2 Karn into follow-up Karn. If we get Wastelanded, it is unfortunate. I mean, Karn is kind of disruption. It's also a turn 2, so... So our opponent goes, ha ha ha, days. Alright, what do we got? Like, wouldn't hit a Chromox here. That, I mean, basically doesn't do anything. Karn. That one good? Days, yep. Nope, sure not paying 1 for days. Go ahead. Yeah, so this is like where if our opponent has Wasteland, like it's very, very bad for us. If they don't have Wasteland, we can like, okay, they don't currently have Wasteland. Alright, so hear me out. We're going to play the second card in a round of days. They're brainstorming to try to find a thing. They have a lot of things they can find. I really hope the thing they find is Daze and they decide to cast it. Fish Invincible seems questionable, but like, we're doing a thing. Does Karn resolve? No, Karn does not resolve. Okay. Force Pitch Force. Alright. So, as it sits, I think the game plan next turn is to Field of Ruin them. Because I need black. Huh. Huh. I have to decide what I'm doing after I get this swamp, but... Because, like, a part of me really wants to cast this Trinisphere. A part of me really, really, really wants to cast this Trinisphere. But then we're not really doing anything. Whereas if I untap with the Dark Ritual on hand, I just get to Dark Ritual out of Curse and Misfortunes. So I think that that's better. They have 4 cards. We know that they've spent 2 Force of Wills and a Daze. Matt, yeah, like, the Trinisphere line is super tempting, but this is going to beat basically everything they have going on. Okay. This strikes me as opponent has the card Murktide Regent in hand. Which means we're going to take some beats. Pop those out for everybody. Yup. Opponent does not have the card Murktide Regent. Oh, they're binning the Murktide. I'm okay with that. I feel like they're looking for interaction. Yeah, and that's exactly it, right? Like, the curse probably just wins me the game. Yeah, it's so opponent just is like, I'm gonna ride cheap threats to victory. Okay. Ritual. Oh. Would have liked to have been able to play that around Daze. Not gonna lie. Opponent didn't immediately force it. Okay, cool. Force pitched another Murktide. This is kind of bad. Like, if opponent's hand contains Lightning Bolt, we just lose. Yup. 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 Cool. Gross. Alright. Plague Engineer, welcome to the party. Needle sucks. Op Agent's not great. What am I cutting? What am I cutting? I don't actually think this foundry is very good. Yeah, so the thing is, opposition agents only really hitting their fetch lands. I kind of want to cut Curse of Fool's Wisdom, but like yeah, we're gonna get rid of that. We want these chalices in, so what else are we supposed to cut? I know we have to keep in the main package. Yeah, and that's kind of my thought. Foundry seems pretty bad. And I don't really want the needle either, because the needle doesn't really do anything. But what's our third cut? Are we just supposed to bring in... Or actually, we have to cut out 2 more things. I guess we can cut Trinispheres, but Trinisphere feels kind of nuts. Maybe I'm just cutting 2 things? Leaving these 2 engineers in the sideboard. Yeah, we can trim a Karn. Reason... Wow. So the only artifacts we cut, though, are the Retrofitter Foundry, right? Karn and an engineer? Sure, okay. So we get 3 engineers, 3 Karns. Yeah, okay. I can believe that. Sure, we'll play first. This is... Yikes. This is a leyline hand that has 2 double leyline and 2 curses. I can't do this. This is much better. What are we shipping? Saga? I think I'm shipping Saga because I think Karn is just a better card. Yeah, I think that it has to be Saga. Like, Saga's very good, but I think that I just want to power towards this Karn. And beyond that, like... Okay, sick. There's Chalice. Sure, okay. Yeah. Have another Ancient Tomb. No, I want the city because I want Karn. And I, like, if we're... It's way harder to get Saga online in this matchup than it is to just, like, slam this Karn and call it a day. Days? What do you got? Sure. No, I'm not going to pay 1. This is where our opponent bolts us into Chalice just to fuel Graveyard. Opponent's going to have a bad time, though, because we do just have this Sudden Edict. Okay. Bauble's fine. Don't care. Their opponent is on the, like, Murktide Region or Bust plan. Sure. Also worth mentioning is that opponent has showed us there are no basic lands in their deck. Yup. It's fine. I don't think I want to cast this Chromox. I think I'm just going to pass. Yeah. This is all fine. Like, I think we're in a better spot. Yeah, so, like, opponent is just trying to turbo out a Murktide Regent. And that's going to feel really bad for them when we just show them the Sudden Edict and move on with our lives. Yep, that's fine. Please sacrifice your Murktide. Nice deck, good game. Yeah, like we're pretty supremely in the driver's seat this game. Like, the only threat that they can even think about is Murktide Regent. Okay. Land, go. They don't even have a land drop this turn, which feels great. Play another land, say go. Yep. Right now we're just kind of hanging out. Expressive iteration, sure. Like, we have a lot of ways to get out of this. Volcanic Island. So they played another land. And now that we keep drawing these sudden edicts, like, that feels spectacular. Hagra Mauling is just going to be a land drop here. Like, there's no reason. I want as many lands in play as I can. I want to play around Dazes. I want to start trying to jam stuff. Yeah, a Braid's fine. You have dashed. Goodbye. Okay. Ugh. Now I get punished for getting rid of the Hagra Mauling. Yeah, that seems about right. Cool. Gotta find an answer to Ragavan. Did not find an answer to Ragavan. Gotta pray they don't find literally anything good off the top of our deck. Oof. Yep. Opponent found an Urborg. I'm okay with you finding that. Okay. This Hagra Mauling is assuredly just going to get cast. This one. One. Black, black. Remove all your threats. You show me you got another monkey? You have a Delver. Okay. You have another monkey. Okay. Come on. Rough. Yeah, weapons grade Ufium indeed. So we're very close though. Like it will not take very many things. Like, we have a lot of draws that are just very, very, very good. Flips off Ponder. We're also at a point where most of our curses are castable, which is like a weird board state you get to sometimes, but like we can just cast most of these things for real, other than exactly Overwhelming Splendor. That's the one that's never castable. Monkey Man the Incredible Flying Lad. I like it, Fish. Alright, we're going to take 5. What are they going to exile? Another land. Cool. Yup. It's looking bad. That doesn't do anything. Yikes. Well, okay. Yeah, so, yeah, we had, Curse of Death Soul wasn't out. Karn for Bridge wasn't out. Unfortunately, we didn't draw either of those. We drew Urza Saga. And so, after drawing Urza Saga, that swiftly puts us in the 3-2 category for the day. That said, it's been a hot minute since I played any Curses. And I sure haven't played Curses in this metagame. So, I'm comfortable with 3-2. That feels pretty good. I like the deck a lot. I think that a few more reps, and this could be something I'd play at a larger event. And honestly, like, I think I would make some minor changes. I think that I would really like a Pithing Needle main. I would like the ability to just shut off something with an Urza Saga trigger. Sufficient, like, possibly, but I don't know the deck well enough. I don't know the deck like the person that made this list does. The person that made this list has played probably hundreds of leagues. So, like, saying for sure 100% that it, like, needs some tweaking, I don't know. Like, I would make some changes for personal preference reasons, but I don't think that it's necessarily correct one way or another. I do want a needle main. Like, that's pretty certain. Here, let's close this out. And then go back to the collection. So, this is the list as we played it. I would like this needle main. Like, I know that for a fact. What am I cutting for it? Question mark? Could be Trinisphere. I could definitely see you taking a Trinisphere out of the deck and putting the needle main. I think Foundry is just good enough that it's fine to play main. Beyond that, what else do I think most of the main is fine. I'm curious about Sphere of Annihilation. I really am. Like, I get that it's a board wipe, and I get that it hits walkers and stuff like that, and that feels very good. My thought is that a big thing for Sphere is that Sphere is going to hit Planeswalkers. That is a big part of it. Because the big thing, right, is that, like, if your opponent, like, slams a Jace or slams a whatever, right, and starts going to town with it, like, you want to be able to mop that up. Teferi, and Sphere of Annihilation's gonna clean that up pretty nice. Is it just creatures and planeswalkers? Yep. So you're beating your planeswalkers. Like, my thought, Fish, Renin 6 is banned. My thought is that this is probably for banned. If I had to guess, like, a deck that's going to gum up the board with a bunch of stuff, for sure. Like, yeah, Sphere would clean up Delver's board. Like, that's absolutely the case. But it's about, this is a 2-of. How are we finding it? And how are we, like, how reasonable is it to just go, okay, 2 mana, do the thing. And like, they don't have anything. Whereas, like, this cleans up their garbage. This doesn't get hit by their force negations, which is a huge deal. Like, that's major. Yeah, I don't know. Other things, I think that's really it. Like, I want to ask questions to Repo Cheap about Sphere of Annihilation. And then I think I want to cut a Trinisphere to play the Needle main. And then I don't know if I'm moving the third Trinisphere to the sideboard or if I want something else in that slot. Yeah, and that's reasonable. My other thought is that third Trinisphere in the sideboard could also be Sorceress Spyglass. Having access to a Spyglass would be pretty great, because it's another needle type effect, but it also gives us more information about what our opponent's long-term plans are. So I think that's something I would be curious about. I don't remember if Repo Cheap was ever playing Spyglass in the list. I believe he was, but not 100%. So definitely have some questions. I'll probably tweet out at him later. And that, Fish, like, you say that, but, like, against lands, right, it would have been great to have a needle on, like, we slammed our first needle on Rishadan because we knew that their Rishadan would beat us. And then they showed us Saga. And so, like, if we had been able to tutor for the needle with Saga to shut off their Saga, like, that would have been excellent. Also, being able to shut off their Thespian stage would have been incredible. So there are definitely, like, situations where I would like another needle effect. there's just enough stuff going on in the format right now with Urza Saga, again, opposing retrofitter foundries out of stuff like ninjas and whatever. Like, yeah, so, like, and it's possible it's just supposed to be second needle. The thing is, I think this is only first needle because of Urza Saga. So if the second one is in the board, I kind of just want it to be Spyglass, because Spyglass is also going to give me information, and it's still basically like a 1-drop for us most of the time, because we're playing 6 soul lands plus 4 chrome moxes plus dark rituals. So I don't think the extra mana is really going to matter most of the time. But, alright everybody, well, that puts me about the 2-hour mark for the day. And I think that I'm going to wrap this up here. Probably not going to be able to stream yet this weekend. I know I will be at work tomorrow and have some plans for Sunday. It is possible that there is a Sunday morning stream. It's definitely plausible there's Sunday morning. I saw that Vintage Cube went up today, and I love me some Vintage Cube. So, who knows? Maybe Sunday I'll hop up with some Vintage Cube. And if I do, I'll post it on Twitter. It'll be in the various Discords and stuff that I post in. So, yeah. Everybody, thank you for hanging out. It was awesome. We'll see you again soon. Bye now.